I would rather have a goal that is achievable than something that is 100% unachievable.
Absolutely.
I would rather up my game midway and say, yeah, I'm good and I can do more rather than, oh my God, how on earth am I going to actually
and you're feeling
that?
like you're running against time. No pun intended.
Yes.
Welcome to today's episode of The Time Fix, where we will continue in the same light for the month of July and talk about something that, again, a lot of people get it wrong. It's the T for timely in
that.
SMART goals. What is it that we are talking about today, Ildi?
What makes a SMART goal a SMART goal? And what's that T for timely? I don't know of a coach that would have spoken to me about SMART goals without just saying, and then there's the T, and T stands for timely. Now, and when I would look at and, they would say like, oh, let's put a date to this and everything's fine and let's move on.
And why is that not good? I think that's good, right? You need to have a date to your goals.
Yes, you do. But there's a big but there. And I hate that word but there's a big, big, big but here. Because it's not that simple.
Why?
It's not that simple. When it comes to goals, often we think about just a date when it comes to that timely factor. And we think that we can get away with just saying that I'm going to do this by next June.
Yes.
Great. So my question is, and how did you figure that out? And often what we get as a response is, well, it's the end of the financial year, so surely we should be done by then.
Yes.
I do believe that just having a goalpost is not making a goal or an intention or anything that would fall into that space timely.
Okay, so let me just reel it back in and ask you, are you telling me that just having a date is not enough? Already creating goals is hard enough. Now you're telling me that putting just a date to it is not enough? Come on, LD, make it simpler.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not. It's really not enough. And the reason why it's not enough is because we tend to approach our goals in a very simplistic way. And we say, this is, let's talk money. This is the amount I want to make.
Let's put a number to it, just to make the calculations easier.
Don't make me calculate.
Oh, come on, LD. Let's just put a number to it. Let's say we want to create, to have $100,000 as profit by the end of next financial year.
Let's not say profit because
that makes it harder. All right.
Let's revenue. Let's talk revenue.
Okay, let's talk revenue.
And let's make it in that case at least 120,000 or something like that. So
it's easy
we are, typically what you would find is that someone would take that and divide it by 12, and then you have like a monthly amount that you need to achieve, if you're lucky, and that's it. If someone is a little bit smarter, they will say, oh, but we have 52 weeks. We're already one step closer to what's happening. And I'm going to have 4 weeks of downtime, right? Because that's what we get legally.
Yes.
So that's 48 weeks. Yeah. So I'm just going to start dividing the $120,000 by 48. And now we have a weekly amount.
Yes.
Right? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
No.
I know it's not.
Just because you know me.
I know you.
Here's the problem with this. We never stop and never think about our real, true, available time when it comes to our goals.
Yes.
Let me repeat that. We forget to look at how much available time we have when it comes to our goals. We kind of tend to connect it to a calendar and just do surface numbers.
Now, because I like to go into the neuroscience of things and all of that, again, when it comes to work, we tend to put our personal lives away
Yeah.
totally and box it.
And that's
And
how
we
you
just look at work.
that's how you
right?
become the slave of your own business.
That's where you become the slave of your own business. You allow work to become your life.
Now let's unpack it a little bit further.
Yes.
When you just divide by 12, you get an equal amount for all the months.
Yes.
Here's the thing. You don't work as much in December, maybe
Yes.
2 weeks if you're
Yes.
lucky. If you're in retail, maybe the full month, and you have another break in another month. February is only 28 days.
Before you go further, I'm just going to say that what we are talking about is here in Australia, that in the months of December and January, it's highly likely that there are few weeks that are lost along the way. It's not necessary that it happens all over the world, but it does definitely happen here in Australia.
Well, Christmas definitely affects everything,
Yes.
period. But then if you are somewhere else in the Northern Hemisphere,
Yeah.
you might have a similar experience in summer.
Yeah.
When, July, August, you might only work half of the time or even less.
Yeah.
So we're kind of, when you don't think about what life really looks like during the year, you end up having these unrealistic goals.
Yeah.
Or targets, should I say.
Yeah.
Because the overarching goal might be good, but the way that it is segmented and the way that you are going to build your plan around these numbers, it becomes unrealistic.
Yeah.
And if by any chance you start that plan with a big flop because you set your goals, let's say in December, and January you only worked half a month just because life, then you suddenly are starting your plan with a big deficit.
All right. Let's reel it back a little bit again. You started off saying that we have 52 weeks in a year. We calculate about 4 weeks of
downtime.
downtime that as an employee you legally have. As business owners, you never take it, even though you should. But having said that, let's assume that everybody takes those 4 weeks off, right? Which means we have now 48 weeks. But you also said that
that's still not good enough.
That's still not good enough. Let's unpack that a little bit.
And it's worth unpacking.
Yes.
Because while you might think that you have 48 weeks of productive time,
Yeah.
I'm going to just throw one simple little fact, especially here in Victoria, in Melbourne. We do have 10 public holidays.
Yes.
Now, if you put that in the perspective of productive time, that means 2 full weeks out of your productive time gone.
Not counting weekends.
Yeah, we just pure, obviously, we're talking about work days here.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, there's another 10 days, which makes 2 full work weeks.
Yeah.
Off your goal. So straight away, if you were calculating with 48, now you're again 2 weeks in deficit. Now, let's say if you just had a $5,000 a week kind of target, that's already 10 grand minus.
Yes.
And you're already again playing catch up with yourself.
Yeah.
So the problem with not thinking about what life throws at us is that we are going to again be unrealistic. So you feed that beast. If you go back to some of the episodes that we were talking about this past month, we did talk about this, that how goals can feel unrealistic, and we always throw our hands up in the air and say, what for? It will never work.
Yes.
This is why it never works, because we don't think about that T for timely in the right way. We don't consider our true available time. And then I didn't even talk about the other obvious things like school holidays.
Yeah. And here in Australia, every 6 weeks, roughly around every 6 weeks, we have 2 weeks of school holiday.
Whether you like it or not, you will not be able to work
At your optimum.
at your optimum in school holidays if you are a parent.
Yeah.
or a grandparent for that matter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's true for everyone, but even if it doesn't affect you directly, you might be working with a client that has children, or
Yes.
you might everyone is affected in some shape or form
Yes.
by school holidays, even if they don't like to admit it.
Yes.
So knowing when those school holidays are and having a sound understanding of what does that do to your
And in our
business is
lives,
essential.
Yeah, in our lives, because we do a lot of public workshops, we are very mindful of not scheduling them during school holidays, right?
No one will come.
Because a lot of people won't come, or if
Or
they
maybe, Pooja, I have an idea. Maybe we need to do a daycare.
only if you have a way of having child minding services
Oh, gosh.
or somewhere where the children are being occupied, they will not come because
We're
to
joking,
be honest,
but
yes,
the reality is that
that's
it
true.
actually affects you.
Absolutely, it does affect you.
And on top of everything, we do need to consider that in winter you might have more sick days.
Yes.
So you do have to allocate some time, some downtime for self-care.
Yes.
You also want to take a look at what major life events will happen this
Yes.
year, like
Birthdays,
weddings,
birthdays,
big anniversaries.
big anniversaries.
We do know that these things do not start and do not end on the day when they are
No.
happening. There's always pre and after
Oh
time.
my God,
that's
ask
down.
me. Ask me.
I'm
this
asking the
year-
Indian.
Oh my God, that apart, like, of course, over here, I keep myself away from a lot of celebrations. Otherwise, I would not have time to generate any income. But this year has especially been like that for me. And if I hadn't been mindful of that right from the get go, I don't know where I would have been, because two major birthdays for my children, 21 and 18, big wedding anniversary for myself. Like you rightfully said, it doesn't start on the day and end on the day. It is a entire year of or months of preparation and weeks of preparation.
So let us be very practical
Mm-hmm.
in this episode and just give you a bit of a formula on how to go about this.
Yes.
Can we?
Yes, let's do. We love formulas. I love maths.
Yes, not just
saying.
that, but I know that I might. I'm sharing secrets here, right?
Yes.
The reality is that when you are setting your goals,
Yeah.
make sure that you start even before you set a number. First, start with figuring out what is your available time. Take in consideration public holidays, take in consideration downtime, planned getaways, major life events, school holidays, and so on. And start deducting from those 52 weeks all the time that you think you will not be available.
Yes.
And be generous with it, because I would rather have a goal that is achievable than something that is 100% unachievable.
Absolutely.
I would rather up my game midway and
Yes.
say, yeah, I'm good, and I can do more, rather than, oh my God, how on earth am I going to actually
and you're
achieve
feeling
that?
like you're running against time. No
Yes.
pun intended.
Yes. Yeah, we do need that red
Yes.
cloth that we were talking about. So once you figured out how much available time you have, what that means is go down to the day.
Yes.
How many working days you have in the year. And do this exercise not just for yourself, but for your staff and for those people who are around you and are effectively embedded in your business. Try to make some assumptions when it comes to that. And then once you have your available time, then look at what is the correlation between the available time and your goals.
Yeah.
Is it achievable? Is it sustainable? Is it realistic? Is it all those things that are coming in the SMART word? Make sure that you look at those goals from the perspective of what is the pressure that you're going to apply on the business and on yourself to achieve them.
Yeah.
And once you have them and you know exactly what's happening, then you create a plan around it.
Yeah. And let's just land that thought, right? Is it achievable and sustainable for yourself and your business? Now, keeping in mind that when you say yourself, it's not just you in the picture.
No.
It's your family, it's everybody else around you that supports you in helping you achieving those goals, because it has to be sustainable in a way where work doesn't become the only be all and end all.
And also remember that you work with people.
Yes.
There's no way you can actually keep your team at optimum performance throughout the whole year or at 110%.
Remember, we had that one client that said, I would like my staff to work at 95% productivity. And we looked at him and said,
we don't want to work with you.
There's no
that's
way.
not true. You can't.
We had to bring him down from his high horse, right? And show him that you are working with people and not machines.
And the reality is that when it comes to the 8 hours workday,
although with AI, you probably are working with machines as well, but that's another topic for another day.
Don't do this. Yes. Don't do this. Point is that we really want you to think about people.
Yes.
And the fact that you won't be able to sustain peak performance if you look at sports, or in any other areas where human performance is important, you'll see that there's a rhythm to it.
Yes.
And you can time it. You can be smart about it. You can be very conscious of it. But what we know for sure is that you cannot sustain over peak performance for a long period of time.
Yes.
So it's really important to give those little gaps and wiggle room in your plan to be really able to have.
I love the word wiggle room.
Wiggle room.
It is wiggle room. It's understanding the rhythm at which your business works.
And a lot of people don't.
No.
And it's having that understanding of how is life fitting in with the goals.
Yes.
It's almost like a constant give and take.
Yes. Shall I just wrap that up and say it should be life-work harmony? Something that we love to say.
Yeah, we love that.
It has to be a harmony. It has to be a beautiful dance where life takes over sometimes, when sometimes work takes over. And it's like you are on this beautiful stage that is life, and that is you having a ball dance with your life and your work, let's just say.
So to wrap up, we were playful with this T for Timely.
Yes.
I would really love everyone to walk away from this podcast thinking about goals and time and plans now from a different perspective.
Yes.
Just tie it in with what's happening in real life and make those goals as realistic as possible, because the key to success is to set yourself up for success, not for failure. And if you wonder a little bit more about that, just go back and listen to our podcast or watch our podcast episodes for this month, because we have covered quite a lot around goals, plans, why do we fail at plans, why do we need to review, and so on. And now I really hope that we brought that word time into this equation from a whole different perspective. So subscribe and stick with us. See what happens next week.